Hi, I'm Juliet Hernley, and for my career path assignment, I interviewed Lori Lozen, and she is a psychologist who usually works with people 18 and under, but she also works with adults. I chose her because I am very interested in being a youth psychologist or a youth speech pathologist, and so one of the first questions I asked her was, how does public speaking help you in your everyday profession? And she said it prepares her to have a really nice way of presenting things. And not only for working with a client, because you have to be really prepared and know what you're going to say to them, but also she gives a lot of presentations for programs called Head Start and Flight, which work with teachers. And having a public speaking background really helps her give those presentations. The next question I asked her was, if you were trying to talk someone out of joining your profession, what evidence would you use to discourage them? And then the same with talking someone into the profession to encourage them. She said if she were to talk someone out of it, she would say it's a lot of emotional baggage to carry. And you need, as a psychologist, you really need to be constantly aware of your own emotions, so therefore you don't dysregulate your client's emotions. Also, it takes a lot of patience being able to work with these clients who are not in a clear headspace. But to talk someone into it, she would say if you like working with people, helping and making a difference, then that's a really big part. And also working with younger people, you're making a difference while their brain's still developing, so it makes a lasting impact on them, which was big for me because in whatever profession that I'm going to go into, my main thing is making a difference in that person's life. Next, I asked her, have you ever worked with adults or parents? If so, how is it different working with children rather than adults? And so when she works with children 12 and under, she really works with their parents. So she helps the parents tune their parenting to work with the child easier. And then she does individual adult work to mix it up because it gives her a chance to use cognitive theories with adults rather than using play theories and being more creative with the children. She said that it's easier to work with adults than kids, and like working with adults is a really nice break for her. Next, I said, what seems to be the biggest obstacle for treating your clients in therapy? And she said it's their own defense mechanisms, such as denial, resistance, and blame. And when she's working with kids, she has to work with the parents as to not blame the child for their own emotions, so to say. And since she's the therapist, she can see the problem so clearly from an outside perspective, but the clients themselves have trouble being able to work on themselves because they're so focused and they can't see it from an outside perspective. And lastly, I said my goal in being a youth therapist or speech pathologist is to make a difference in someone's life and overall help them. With that being said, what's the most rewarding thing about your job? And she said the most rewarding thing is seeing people do better, thrive, less mental anguish, and seeing growth over long periods of time. Like, for instance, she was telling me about one of the most rewarding cases was working with a woman for over 3 years and just seeing how much better she's doing currently. And it's just really a privilege being able to like work with people and see their growth. So overall, it was really nice to hear all of this, and she just made me really excited for the future and helped kind of like made me realize that I'm really interested in psychology and really interested in making a difference in people's lives. So in conclusion, Lori taught me a lot about the field of psychology as a profession, and that it's just very rewarding to work with people and help them when they're at such a rough point in their life. Thank you very much.